It's incredible, incredible. But yesterday, a Washington Post reporter asked Karine Jean-Pierre about the border. Go.
Just a question on migration. The president tasked the vice president with studying and working on the root causes of some of these issues. I'm wondering if there's any update from this side of the White House on what she's been doing and what she will continue to do as we're expecting an influx at the border after Wednesday.
As you know, the president appreciates the partnership that he has with the vice president. You're right, that has been her charge to work in a diplomatic way in finding the root causes of migration. I don't have anything to lay out specifically on what that work looks like, but again, we appreciate her partnership, and I would probably refer you to her office on anything specific on the work that she's doing.
She has a very keen way of answering questions without answering questions. I don't know if y'all ever noticed that. I'm sure y'all have. Never mind. Y'all noticed it. But she always answers, a little cutie pie. I think she's a little cutie pie. I know y'all probably don't, but I think she's a cutie pie, man, for real. I just think that she just does not know how to get the job done, man. She don't. Matter of fact, that's not what I'll say. That's not what I'll say. I'll say this, all right? I'll say this. There's no real way to speak positively for her boss. And her boss's boss. So if she's asked the question about how does Kamala Harris help and how does and what is or anything like that, then how could she possibly answer anything positive toward that? It seemed to be very difficult. So that's why she just talks and skates in circles, and she just does her thing that way. She ducks and dodges the questions. She does not do a good job. And guess what? I think Karine Jean-Pierre will be far more respected if she just answer the questions honestly and give people that even if you're taking up for Biden, take up for Biden. If you're taking up for Kamala, take up for Kamala. Like, do your thing, but give people flat out facts, okay? Flat out truth, all right? Truth bomb their tails, man. I mean, that's one thing that I liked about Kayleigh McEnany. When she stood in front of those people and they thought that they was about to clip her up because the rest of the world thought that Trump was being idiotic. They thought he was being a baby. They thought he was crying too much. They thought he was too aggressive. They thought he was hiding something. They thought he was lying. They thought that he was, taking advantage of the tax system. All these things. Kayleigh gave them the business. Kayleigh, I don't know how to pronounce it, but she would not skate. She's not going around those circles for nobody. She just said it how it was, and I was like, you know what? I respect her for it.
Now, how insane is that? So the President of the United States doesn't know, and of course doesn't care, what Kamala Harris is doing to get to the root causes of migration. Now, just think about it. Just step back and think about how incompetent this is. That a president appoints a vice president. Oh, yeah, you go down and find out why this is all happened. And then, what, almost a year later, he doesn't know.
I don't know much about Bill O'Reilly, but I do know that the black community have voted that he not to listen to him because he's a bunch of things that don't like the black community. Now, I'm talking about the left black community, the liberal black community, okay? That's what I'm talking about. And this was one of the reasons why someone said in our chat earlier today that people don't want the truth. Some people like to be in denial and just not know. That was me for 40 daggone years. I just have to remind y'all that. So if I'm checking out Bill O'Reilly and you're black and you're on the left and you're like, oh, look at this grifter, look at this whatever he is, whatever you want to call me, you know what I mean? Save that. I'm just trying to learn. But at the end of the day, if Bill O'Reilly has something of note or something of substance to add to the conversation, I'm here for it. But I'm just letting y'all know that the black people on the left, they did not like this guy. They did not like that. I think they didn't like this guy like at all. It's wild. And he don't look the same either because he's lost a whole bunch of weight, I think.
But he appreciates the partnership. What partnership? No partnership. She's not doing jack. I mean, it's almost like a cartoon every day for me to report to you the reality of what's happening. It's almost like a cartoon. And it's not only the border that Biden doesn't care about. He doesn't care about government spending. So under Biden, new spending that didn't exist before he was president, stands at $3.37 trillion, a record. $3.37 trillion has been in office for 2 years. So why should you care? Well, that means that the money you have in the bank, in your wallet, under your mattress, wherever it may be, is worth less because Biden and the Treasury Department have to print money to cover the spending so that the money that's in play is less. So if you're going to buy a Van Gogh, there are only, a limited amount of Van Gogh paintings around. If suddenly there were 1,000 Van Goghs discovered, then the value of the other Van Goghs would come down. You see? No, maybe you don't. I don't know. And does Biden care about $3.37 trillion in spending? No. At all. He doesn't care at all. So that's two. Border, federal spending / inflation. As inflation goes up, the more money the government spends. And the third is violent crime. So listen to this. $72 billion a year of taxpayer money is given by Washington to the states, the 50 states, to help with crime control. It's called block grants. And that money can be used for whatever the states want it to be. Okay, federal government doesn't have any say about how it's used. So $72 billion a year. And violent crime in most major cities is through the roof. Has Biden said anything about it? Not once. I haven't heard him say one thing.
It doesn't benefit him to say anything about it. And someone said something really good. They said if the facts are on your side, then you bang the facts. If facts are not on your side, then you bang the table. I like that. I'm going to watch the rest of this another time because I guess I need to see if Bill O'Reilly is actually, he does look different. Like, he really does. I mean, look at his face. He look like he is aged, bro. You know what? But guess what, guys? Let me tell y'all something. Aging is a blessing. So listen, it's okay. You're going to age. And if you don't age, that's the bad part. One day you need to age. Because if you don't age, you don't age. You stop. That's called death, all right? You don't want that. So, yeah. Bless him for aging, man. I don't know why people want things to be fair. Ain't no fair. This is big business here. This is big business. It's about having control. It's about not only controlling what goes on here in the U.S., but all over the world. They're talking about building legacies. So I understand why it's so much fighting in politics. I get it. I totally get it. And I also understand why they play so dirty. I get that part too. They play chess. And if they're not playing chess, they're just dumbasses. I don't know how the move to exchange Brittany Griner for the Merchant of Death was a chess move. As a matter of fact, most of what Biden is doing, I don't see as chess moves. I see it as pandering. I see it as selling out. I see it as all the things that people call black conservatives. That's what I see Biden has been doing. That's just me. That's just my opinion. And I've been wrong many times. And guess what? Van does not mind being wrong because I'm not running for office. You know what I mean? I would like to learn a thing. I mean, to really learn a thing, really be able to eat it up, digest it. You know what I mean? So much so that I can teach the thing that I'm learning. I don't want to teach the thing I'm learning. But if I have to speak on it, I would like to speak on it intelligently. All right. That way, if someone's listening for the first time about this topic or this issue, then they can get facts from somebody who is objective. That's the word I'm looking for. They can get facts from someone who's objective. And that's it. That's all I'm looking for. That's it. And right now it look like I did a bad thing by voting for Biden. No BS. That bet was completely off. Y'all let me know what y'all want me to know in the comments below. This is me giving everyone a hug, saying Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. And for any idiot out there that gets mad at me for saying Christmas, look, I don't care. I do not care. Like, for real. Get yourself together. All right, so I'll see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Peace out.